What's good, everybody? It's your boy JP. Today's video, we're going to be looking at 10 minutes of the best Lawrence Taylor stories, handpicked by me, created by me. What can you say? Lawrence Taylor, arguably the greatest defensive player of all time, changed the game, two-time Super Bowl champion, NFL MVP back in 1986, was just relentless on the field, and he was wild and crazy off the field too as well. So what else can you say about the great LT? But make sure y'all leave a like, make sure y'all comment down below, and hope y'all enjoy 10 minutes of the best Lawrence Taylor stories handpicked by me.
Lawrence Taylor, when you look at his game, what was one of the things that you saw that made him so unique?
His speed, his tenacity, his fearlessness, and intimidation. I got a story for you, man. This is my rookie year. We open up the season with the New York Giants. They come in and say, hey, Eric, we have a play where you have to block Lawrence Taylor. I'm like, what? I said, hey, I'm a rookie. I said, hey, I can't block Lawrence Taylor. He said, no, well, look, you ain't got to block him. He's got to get his hands down. We got to play, we're going to slip the tight end behind him. If it's needed like 1 or 2 yards, and just hit Mike Barber over the top. I'm like, okay. I said, but I ain't got to block him long now. He said, no, you just got to get his hands down. I'm like, okay. I'll never forget it. I'm nervous. I'm a rookie, and it's my birthday. Oh. You know, we start the game. I'm so nervous. I'm in the backfield. When I get on the field, my hands are shaking. My hands are literally shaking on my knees. The first couple of plays, you got to get hit and you get into the game. So we get to the game, get to the floor of the game going. You know, he cursing, you mine. Cursing and going crazy. You don't get no 100 yards on us. I think I ended up with 99 yards. I had 100, but they tackle me in the backfield. So now, we're in the third quarter. Game is close. We're going down to score, and I call it the play. And so, sure enough, then Mike Barber slips past, LT rushes. I cut him good, too. Yeah. So I cut him, he gets up, and I'm walking back, he grabbed me by my arm. Hey, you mother, don't you cut me, you hear me? So I'm standing, I'm like, I thought you were gonna laugh. You hear me?
What'd you say?
Yes. I leave the field. I go to the sideline. Sit on the bench. We got a first down, too. I'm like, fuck that shit. He said, what's the running back at? I'm like, not me. Eric, I said, hey, man, no. We said, what happened? I said, that man told me he's gonna kill me and don't cut him. I said, no. I'm gonna get Bruce. I said, Bruce, no. They laughed. I said, man, don't do me like that. I'm not going back out there. Eric, he said, look, Eric, he said, give it a few plays. I said, yeah, because I'm not going back out there right now. So, because he told me, I said, I'll kill your ass. I'm like, okay. So I left the field.
Chill, bro.
So I said, no. The game ends. I go to apologize. Think about it. I want to apologize, Mr. Taylor. I say, Mr. Taylor, I want to apologize, man, for cutting you. Don't be cut. I said, man, I'm sorry, man. I said, man, I'm just joking with you. I said, man, don't do me like that. But, man, Lawrence was such a great, dominant player. I mean, you probably will never see a player like him. They try to compare guys to him. There's no comparison. I mean, he was that good.
Well, I think I had the honor of coaching the greatest defensive football player in the history of the game, and he helped make me a great coach, I'll tell you. One of the great things about LT is we come off on the first series, we go into the game, and, we're expecting this, that, and the other thing. And then he'd come off and say, I could read this every play, run past every play. I'm like, all right, well, what? Because I tell about a quarterback. He comes up to the line, doesn't really care. It's a run. He comes over and he's scared to death looking at me. It's a pass.
It's a pass, all right.
And I'm telling you, by the middle of the first quarter, either the tackle or the quarterback, if they had to block him, they were shaken. If they didn't, he knew that it was a run.
It was like with Ron Jaworski. I used to. He was like one of my favorite targets, and I used to say something. I'll mouth something to him, and he'll be back there. He's like, what? I said, I'll tell you when I come back there. I'll be back there in a second. Okay, I'll be back there in a second.
The single greatest story I've ever heard.
You were out on the golf course, heading home, rode by the stadium, saw the lights on in the stadium, said, is there a game going on there?
You were late to the Monday night game, and you had to go up and tell Coach Parcells why it was that you were late and you came out of the locker room and into the first quarters.
Because Coach did play to the talent, the immense talent that you were.
Got there a little late. I thought it was a Monday night game. You know, got there about last play of the first quarter.
Right.
Going into the second quarter. And Bill, he's hot. He's hot. He looks at me and gave me that evil eye. I said, man, don't blame me. Blame the force in front of me. They were so slow.
I said, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. There's no way. Bill Sims looked over at me and said,
Yeah.
Bill and myself, we had a great relationship. I'll tell you what. He really thought it was his team, but it wasn't his team. It was my team. Anyway.
It's time to talk about stepping up your grooming game. The face shaving products from Manscaped are the ultimate grooming tools designed to deliver precision and comfort in slick and easy to use devices. Whether you're looking for a trim, a shape, or a detailed touch-up, Manscaped face shaving products are built to handle shaving your face with ease, crafted for efficiency and the perfect addition to your grooming arsenal. You can use my code ItzJP for 15% off your entire order at manscaped.com. Guys, I'll tell you what, this handyman works so much wonders for me anytime I need to use it, especially going out on dates with my wife. This is a great product to get. One thing I love about this is just the amount of time I'd be able to use it. Because sometimes, like, whenever I use like other products back in the day, it will just only run for like 10 or 15 minutes. This one runs up to an hour. So you can really take your time to be able to get yourself the perfect shave. And it also comes with a battery indicator light. So whenever you see the battery indicator light lights up, that means that the battery is about to die, so you'll be able to charge it up. So I love the fact that it gives you just like a signal to let you know to charge it up. Also, with the blades right here, just the unique braids with the standard forward shaver and also the long hair trim blade right here. I also like the fact that it's scan safe technology, help reduce nicks and cuts. So it'd be a pretty easy set shave. It's waterproof as well, and which is probably my second favorite when it's waterproof, because like the other products back in the day I used, it's so hard to like get the hair out of them without even trying to get electrocuted or just the product not working. For this to be waterproof and be able to go rinse through water without no problems and the hair comes out is pretty just easy, and it just gives you more time to do what you need to. So I really love the fact that it's waterproofed. And also you could take it anywhere on the go. You could take it to the gym and put it in your gym bag. You could take it whenever you're traveling out of town. You could put it in the bathroom drawer because it's so easily accessible whenever you need to use it. I would recommend to go ahead and go get the Handyman because it works wonders for me, and I'm sure it will work wonders for you. Join the over 12 million men who trust Manscaped and upgrade to the Handyman Rocket Man. You can use my code ItzJP for 15% off your entire order at manscaped.com. That's 15% off plus free shipping with the code ItzJP at manscaped.com. Don't miss out. Upgrade your grooming game with Manscaped today.
How was LT as a
LT was a great teammate. Crazy, which when he showed up at practice,
When he showed up,
this cat would go 100 miles per hour. When he's in there in practice and his reps, and sometimes he takes scout team reps, 100 miles per hour.
game speed.
game speed. And that's one thing I learned from him. In practice was game speed. It wasn't going through the motions. And then in the meetings, I didn't learn nothing from him there because this cat would come in, get a towel, roll it up, and lay on the floor and go to sleep the entire meeting. And then the coaches would, wake him up, turn on the light at the end. Not at the end of the meeting.
They knew better not to wake him up during.
Yes.
Right.
And then would go, hey, LT, we put in this blitz and that blitz. Is that okay with you? Like, why the hell are you asking him? We all in here awake for the last 2 hours. This cat's sleeping. You got to ask if it's okay. And if it's not, I guarantee you, they would have changed it. But he had earned that, man. He had earned the respect.
One thing we did, though, is
That's fantastic.
LT's rookie year. I mean, this guy could do it all, okay? Offense, defense, special teams, wherever you wanted him to play, he would have been a great two-way player if he had played in a two-way era. We put him out as the gunner against the Eagles in a wild card playoff game. Wally Henry was the returner, and his thing was he wouldn't fair catch. He would not fair catch. Well, he should have. We put LT out there, and 2 fumbles. That was the difference.
I'm running straight at him. And I'm saying, this son better put his hands up. I hit him right here. Ball goes everywhere.
Then, of course, once we started doing that with Taylor, other teams started doing it, and so then it was kind of almost wish we hadn't done it, but there's nobody that really I could put in his category that I've coached.
I heard stories that he would be sleeping through certain team meetings, and then they'd wake him up and he'd know every play.
Yes, that's true.
Wow.
Lawrence, there are certain nights of the week that he would go out, and sometimes he'd show up late. We go through our morning meetings, Lawrence isn't there. So we break for lunch, we come back, and now the most important part for our pass rush needs him in there, right? And he comes in, goes up under a table, he's got his dark shades on, and he goes to sleep, right? He just goes straight to sleep. And so our defensive line coach, Lamar Leachman, is drawing up the pass rush. And you could just see him getting more and more upset because he's circling Lawrence and he's doing certain things and he shows the film. And at a certain point, he was just so fed up because Lawrence was out cold. He cuts the lights on and he's dropping a few expletives. So Lawrence sits up. He's like, what? And so he says, we're trying to put a pass rush in. You would think you would be awake for this. So Lawrence says, okay, just cut the film on. Cut the lights back out and cut the film on. He looked at 2 plays, right? Got up, took the chalk, drew up our entire pass rush scheme for the game. We didn't have anything else other than what he drew up, worked to perfection. But the thing about it, he drew it up after watching 2 plays, went back under the table and went to sleep.
Give me the bus story, man.
Bill Parcells is the type of coach, I might been out a little late, so I would. He had to check on me, make sure I'm on the bus. So we was on the bus one time, and Bill was going through his roll call. He just looked at his paper. He said, LT, you here? I said, yeah, Coach, I'm here. He said, bus driver, let's go. We got enough to win already.
We had our team meetings every Saturday night, 9 o'clock. I take the defense, and LT's not there. We get about 5-6 minutes into the meeting. He walks in, so of course the whole team sees he's a few minutes late. So we finished the meeting. I go over to Coach Parcells and said, well, I just want to let you know LT was a few minutes late for the meeting. Looks at me like, yeah, just thought you want to know. Well, why'd you start the meeting before he got there?
Hey, that's my boy.
Are you the best defensive player, or are you the best player to ever play football?
I'm not saying I'm the best player to ever play football.
What about defense?
Am I the best defensive player? Okay. If not, who? Every time I walk into a room, or I pick up a paper or something, it's LT, hey, I see an article, they talk about all these people. And then always at the last, my name always shows up in the last sentence of the last paragraph, just before they say greatest of all time. Okay. LT was a bad mother.
will put it up. He beats one man, beats another, is hit again, and down he goes.
There's something about Lawrence Taylor that is larger than life.
Great video. I mean, what can you say about the greatness of Lawrence Taylor? Make sure y'all leave a like and comment down below. Make sure you subscribe to ItzJustJP for more stories and content. If you want to see some other compilation of stories that I have made, please definitely comment down below and let me know. And thank you all so much for supporting me on the road to 150K. So let's go ahead and get there, and we'll see you guys later.